Welcome, you guys. Welcome to We Mind Your Business. Today we are going to talk about if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Welcome to We Mind Your Business. It is your birthright to enjoy a successful personal, entrepreneurial, and love life. This is Mrs. Jacqueline with We Mind Your Business. I'm holding you up. I would never hold you down because what goes around comes back around. How are we feeling out there today, you guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This channel is for your personal, entrepreneurial, and love empowerment. Today we are going to discuss planning. People hate planning. Trust me, I know. I am going to share with you guys why planning and organizing is super important to moi. If I could, you guys, share with you really quickly a personal story of mine. My mommy, you guys know I talk about my aunt, my mom, and my aunt all the time. Those are two powerful women in my life, and I had to learn the hard way this strong thing, being so strong, because I've seen the most powerful women that I know personally be human and go through things and cry. You guys, we have power. Sometimes it's time to pull that power out. Sometimes it's time to just be vulnerable and cry. But if you will, my mom and I, we were really close. My siblings would say, "Oh, she's her favorite." I was not her favorite. We were just best friends. I was just an old lady, period. Just an old spirit, old soul. Anybody ever leave in a comment if you know a young person, a child is just old, 5 years old and act 15 and act 50. So that was me. And I came in from school. My mom was just always there. Shout out to you, Mama. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven. Thank you, Mommy, for everything. Giving up so much so we can have things that you didn't have. We love you for that. She was always there for us. She was always. Never did we come home and my mom was not there to make sure we ate, to make sure we were safe. Except that one time when Shauna came home, she almost had a nervous breakdown. My mom went to the doctor. And my mom had been crying. And I knew this particular look on her face. I didn't see her cry all the time. She did cry. She did express emotions. But this particular time, I knew what it meant. So I had to find her through the house. When I found her, she had these beautiful natural eyelashes. And they were soaking wet. She had been crying. I could tell she had been crying a while. And I knew it. I said, "Mom." I sat next to her. And I said, "Mom, why you think she did that?" Because sometimes I would get frustrated because I couldn't understand, because I always had my mom. I grew up with my mom. My mom was just always there. She taught us things you can't get at Harvard or Yale. Common sense, love. And she said, "Well, I think she did that because I wasn't planned." Now, I am talking about the person that conceived my mom and brought her into the world. Back in the 50s, you didn't have a baby out of wedlock. It just was not cool. And my papa was already taken. So my mom has a sister that they're only months apart. And she didn't meet them until she was like 27. But nevertheless, back to it, I came home and she had been crying. And I knew that was the look when she had missed the lady who gave birth to her. And it just tear me down, because I hated to see my mom like that. She was always fun. She played games with us. She was just a big kid. But I knew that particular look. And that was the look that I missed my mom. And I didn't understand it. But I knew to sit down and ask her because I wanted to know. And she said, "Because I wasn't planned." Just as simple as I'm sitting here. That's what she said. So planning is very important to me. And because I am a licensed tax preparer, I believe in being organized and I believe in planning. I have a plan for tomorrow. I have a plan for the next day. I have a plan for the next day. I have a 6-week plan. I have a 6-month plan. I have a year plan. I have a 2-year plan, a 24-month plan. I have a 36-month plan, a 3-year plan. If we do not plan our life, someone else will. It's that simple. They'll plan where we live. They'll plan where we eat. They'll plan where we shop. They'll plan what schools we go to, what type of education we'll receive. You have to plan. Something that I do, I check in with the county, state, and the city to see what the plans are. Is the county going to come and move a grocery store into your yard within the next 6 years? If they are, don't sit around and complain about it. Be a part of it. You have an opportunity. If you plan, you can move. You can invest in it. So when we see malls that are put up out of nowhere, you're like, wow, when did they do this? That has been in the making, planning. But check with your county, your city. They have a planning department, a zoning department. Check in with that and figure out what's going on around us, so that we know what the plan is. Because my mom wasn't playing, she really, really had it hard. My siblings, my sisters and my brothers, we did everything we could to let our mom know we appreciated her and we loved her and that we were there for her when she was with us. You guys go check out the foreclosed video. I talk about how we all lived in this duplex together, but she knew we loved her so much. We would give her surprise parties. I mean, that was our girl, man. It was just an honor for her to be our mom. I couldn't have picked a better mom. And she just really had a hard life. She used to always tell us, everything I went through, I had to learn the hard way. So she would sit down and have mommy class with us, literally. And the things she taught us, you couldn't learn them at Yale, Harvard. No institution could teach you these things. I mean, she just was phenomenal. And I remember having to go over to her family's house. I say her family. She would have us go over there. This was the family she knew outside of her dad. When she met her dad, my papa, my aunties in Texarkana. God bless you. I love you guys so much, more than you ever know. I know I don't talk to you guys all the time, but I am just so grateful for you guys, because you guys are such an impact in my life. You have no idea. You actually taught me what love was. You taught me what love is. I mean, besides my mom, you guys just opened up your heart and your home and your life. God bless all of my aunties in Texarkana, Texas. But we would have to go over to my mom's family's house, and it was hell. When I say it was hell, it was hell. They treated her like trash. They would call her fat. Nothing was fat about my mom. She just had she had the butt that everybody's buying. She had a little bitty waist, and just adorable. And when she would walk through the door, it was just instant, pow, 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 pow. You still in the projects? You coming over here from the projects? Oh, you in the projects? And I used to just be like, oh my God, Mom, why do you put yourself through this? But that was the type of family that she knew. I mean, that was her family. And we were little, and so when we would get back over to the projects in Minneapolis, North Minneapolis, I would say to my mom, Mom, I am going to buy you a big white house on the hill. And I did. I kept my promise. I bought a big duplex, 7 bedrooms altogether, and 4 bathrooms. So I kept my promise to you, Mom. I love you. So that would always make her feel better. She'd looked down at me. She's like, I know you are. I know you're going to buy me a house. And I did. But nevertheless, if we do not plan, we're setting up a failure for our children, our grandchildren, our children in our neighborhoods. And you say, well, I'm not a mom. I'm not a parent. What about the kids next door to you? What about the kids down the street? If we don't plan, then we end up complaining. And then we end up blaming it on the politicians and trying to hold them accountable for us not planning. Because they're able to come in neighborhoods and do what they want because there was no plan. Okay, you can't fight everybody on everything. You pick your battles. I love elders because elders teach you common sense. Pick your battles. You can't fight that whole thing that they got going on. They didn't already spent $1 trillion on there. You're not going to win against that. So guess what? You can move. I have so many of my clients at the end of the year come with a box of receipts. And for years I've done that since I've actually had my license, but now that is no longer. And I used to do that. That's why I always accepted it, because I used to do that. I didn't know any better. So when they did it, I was like, I used to do this, but it's a time to plan something different and to grow. So we're not doing it anymore. Because one thing about that, bringing your receipts to your tax preparer, that's not what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be planning for you the whole year, making sure your taxes are good. At least 4 times a year. You're supposed to be meeting with your tax preparer so that you guys can stay on track and get a good plan. Especially if you're in a small business. But I'm not going to do that anymore. No more with the boxes of receipts. And you guys go back and look at the video that we did at the event that we had July 30th. Get everybody attention really quick. I just want to say thank you everybody for coming out. I really appreciate it. You guys have my information inside of the folders that we gave out. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. And Miss Kenya has cards for you guys as well. Okay, thank you. We talked about my sister and I, how we ended up paying $23,000 in taxes because we were shoebox people. We didn't have anybody to teach us about economics and finances and taxes, and this was our first business. We were just praying that everything turned out okay, but it didn't. I ended up on 13. She ended up on, my sister, 7, and then she ended up paying 10 with the interest and penalties. My mom she didn't have the opportunity to plan like she wanted to. Her whole life was about survival. Because when you don't have a mom, you're just surviving. She was always in survival mode. Trying to figure out where our next meal was going to come from and things of that nature. So we can put a stop to that survival thing if we plan so that we can enjoy our life more. Planning kills poverty like roach spray. It kills it. Plan an evening with our babies and take them to open houses to see homes. I don't care if you live in the projects. Take the babies to open houses so that they can dream, they can plan. Sit down and ask your children, what are your plans, so that we can help them execute their plans. If you have a car, I don't care if it's a 1995, drive your kids around a neighborhood and tell them, look, if we plan, we can have this, we can do this. And you're saying, they go on Instagram and YouTube and everything and see that. That is cool. I'm on those platforms as well. But actually showing them people that are actually physically doing those things and just strolling through the internet is 2 different things. Talk about it, bond, plan. Ask them what they plan on doing to get there. Whatever they want. Maybe they want to go to Africa or Asia. Maybe they want to live there for 6 months, a year, 2 years. Ask them how they plan to do that. You got to have a plan to go on a 4-month hiking trip. Right? One of our family members, God made her our family member. She got up and moved to Arizona. And she planned it. She said, I sold my house and I did this and I did that. She had a plan. Without a plan, we pay more taxes because we're bringing in shoe boxes, and then people are like, oh, let me just get this done. Instead of planning, that makes it easier. When you plan, you pay more in taxes. You pay more in interest rates. You're probably paying more for where you're living. You pay more for your car. You pay more for insurance. See, people just run out and buy a car. They don't have a plan. Then the neighborhood, they didn't plan to get out the neighborhood they're in. So because of that neighborhood, the insurance company charges you more for your insurance because you live in a certain neighborhood, certain zip codes get certain food. So you have to plan to change that. Plan to do gardening. Plan to get a project together where you take a bunch of kids to the dentist. Planning is one of the keys to success. It's a big key to success. I want you guys to I want you to subscribe, like, share this video. Push the notification if you're hearing something that you like. Leave a comment. I'm usually a blonde. Let me know how you like the black hair. I'm usually a blonde. I'm naturally blonde. Blondes have more fun. Let me know how you guys like the black hair. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you like the black hair. So again, if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. This is not rocket science or brain surgery. It's that simple. Write your plans down. Put your plans in your tablet. Start planning. Start planning what you want for tomorrow. Start planning what you want for the next day. And especially if you are raising children and you have a small business. And also if you're looking to make massive changes in your life, you have to plan. You can't just sit around and wait to, let me rub my crystal ball and just pray. We got to pray. We got to visualize. We got to meditate. And we got to take massive action. And of course, we have to do our business shout out. I have this oil here. I wish you guys could smell this. This one is peppermint. And I'm just going to put, guys can see that one little drop. I have a line of oil that I started. I wish you guys could smell it. This one is peppermint. And I also have tangerine orange. And Planinng, we have a sister oil company coming up. Some young people, 16 and 20. You guys take a peek at my Instagram, and that is Jacqueline Strictly Business. That is at Jacqueline Strictly Business. You guys check that out. They're going to be coming out with their line of skincare products, which is DNA Skincare. They planned this. We've gotten together and we've talked, and they're coming up with more and more plans, and it's just exciting to see these young people, 16 and 20, be excited about something. So you guys keep an eye out for them because they have a phenomenal plan that they're going to be executing piece by piece by piece. Let's start with our young people and teach them how important it is to have a plan. They have their skincare coming out, DNA Skincare, and they have the oils as well. Their natural organic oil is the lemongrass, and then they have a burner oil, which is the Kush. So you guys stay tuned for that, or you guys can order it at artbeautydecor.com. Again, that is artbeautydecor.com. Of course, I have to give my personal shout out. I like to give a shout out to my husband's sister, Bridget, my sister-in-law, Bridget. So shout out to Bridget and her son, sending so much love. Okay, our Mr. T's news. Today we are going to talk about Prince Roger Nelson. He shares the same hometown as moi and my family. My mom was born in Minneapolis. She was conceived in Texarkana, Texas, but she was born in Minneapolis like Prince. Prince was raised in North Minneapolis. He went to North High School. He was born in 1958, June the 7th. He is a Gemini like my little sister. Prince was an introvert. He was private, and he was married to his music. He played many instruments. To say he is a musical genius doesn't even serve him. He is beyond that. He is a musical god. Prince Roger Nelson owned a studio in Eden Prairie, called Paisley Park. I had an opportunity to visit Paisley Park on many occasions as I did a video with his guitar player, Brown Mark. I am going to leave the link below in the description to the video that I did with Prince's guitar player. So I had an opportunity to meet Prince. He was with Kim Basinger when he came to the studio to put his 2 cents in his guitar player's video. So shout out to you, Brown Mark, for handpicking me for that video. I am very grateful for the opportunity. Life is about our experiences, and when I look back on that, it just does nothing but bring me joy. But Prince Roger Nelson, they just released a big piece of art for Prince, which is long overdue. They should have a boulevard, a street, an avenue named after him. And when I mention Minneapolis, people get it mixed up with Indianapolis. And when I say Prince, they know exactly what I'm talking about. So Prince has put Minneapolis on the map in his own way. So that was our Mr. T's news. He usually sends us celebrities, our news that he would like for us to share. So Prince Roger Nelson, rest in peace. And shout out to all of the Northsiders in Minneapolis. Mwah. Now, I needed to hear that. Oh, we're gonna do I needed to hear that. You guys know that. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe and share. I needed to hear that. Some of us have hearts as big as Texas. And that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, to be around beautiful people. But there's one thing, having a beautiful heart and being kind and letting people run over you like a train. Start learning how to say no and figure out who's really on your team. Are you the person with the house who lets everybody live with you? Are you the person with the car who drives everybody around? Are you the person people come to solve problems all the time? Whatever your goodness is that God has blessed you with, embrace it, but don't let people take advantage of it. You're going to figure out who's on your team. The people that are on your team are going to say, I understand because you've always been here for me. Say no to the person that you're always driving around. Say, no, I can't do that, especially with gas prices and things going crazy like they are. You may not be able to do that. And if it's taken away from your peace and your happiness and your peace of mind and your love for yourself, and you're feeling something every time they call, and you gotta be overwhelmed, start saying no. You're going to see who is on your team. Heal. Family members far too often hold stuff inside. We hurt each other and we don't say anything. And we're in each other's face all the time. We haven't said, you know, that hurt me last time when you did this. And because we're scared that you always bringing up the past. No, if something hurts you, speak on it. Don't nitpick everything and be petty. But if there's something major happening to you and it's bringing you down, say something. If people are always... Maybe somebody has a drunk husband and they're always fighting at your house and you always inviting them. And you're like, dang, I used to do that, but I don't want to do that no more. Don't do it no more. Don't do it no more. Know somebody and they always have a new girlfriend or a new boyfriend, and you don't want those people maybe around your family or your children because you don't know them. Say that. Say, you know what? I know you're dating, but that doesn't work for me and my family, that you bring a different guy around all the time. I don't know these people. I mean, if that's okay. I mean, if you're okay with doing that, I'm not judging you. But for me at my home, because there's people that we love that are daters, and they want to bring their new date to your house all the time. If you're not cool with that, that could be dangerous. If you're not cool with that, say something. Especially if you're 30, 40, and 50, you're going to find out who's on your team. And if you're around people that you can't express yourself and speak your truth and be your genuine self, then those are not your team players. Meeting someone where they are is not saying, I am going to put up with everything you put on me. That's not what that is. You're saying, hey, I know you like to date. I'm okay with that. I'm glad that you're out there dating. I'm glad that you're putting yourself in a situation, in a position that you can actually get the love that you need and desire, but not here at my house. We have to start standing up for ourselves in a kind, compassionate way. And if you find out that you can't talk to these people, that it becomes an argument, write a letter, leave a text, leave a voicemail. Get it off your chest, because if you don't, you're going to have that stuff bottled up inside of you, and that causes unnecessary pain, anxiety, and depression. You know, say, hey, I need to talk to you. I need to get this off my chest. I don't like, the fact that you do this, they do that. That hurts me. It's okay to tell people that. Speak up for yourself. Learn to say no. Stay in your truth. All of the negative and the people who are not serving a purpose in your life, they're going to disappear. Do your part. Stay genuine. Keep your heart pure. Do what you're supposed to do. Love people. Be kind. Give as much as you can without emptying your own cup. We all deserve to be happy and at peace. So that is, I needed to hear that. And we have to do that because sometimes there's someone who needs to hear that. They don't have a voice. They don't know how to articulate or put it together. Write a letter. Leave a voice message. Get it off your chest. That causes disease when we hold things in. All right, I needed to hear that. And don't forget our mugs, you guys. This is my beautiful daughter, and this is me. I'm holding that real estate and that money. We're not afraid to talk about money on this channel. So don't forget to order your mugs at artbeautydecor.com. Again, that is artbeautydecor.com. We have mugs, we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, and we have journals so that you can write down your plans. So you guys check that out. 10% of the proceeds go to our abstract youth program. We have a event coming up. Again, that is Saturday, August the 27th from 1 to 3 p.m. We are going to let the kids from 4 to 12 paint, have a snack, and just have a good time and get away from their devices for a couple of hours. You guys that are in Maryland, we are looking forward to everyone that RSVP their children. We had to make sure you guys did that to make sure we had enough paint supplies. And you guys, let's not deny the kids an opportunity to paint. You guys can go to artbeautydecor.com, and I'll leave a scan at the end of this video. You can scan and you can donate so that we can allow more kids to have an opportunity to paint Saturday, August the 27th from 1 to 3. Thank you guys for all of your support. So you can continue to be in a war with wealthy people and blame them for everything and say wealthy people are evil, they steal, they've done something illegal. We can do all of that. That's not going to change that they've planned to have their great grandchildren that they'll never see to be wealthy. So we can complain, we can continue this war, the rich against the poor and the poor against the rich, or we can learn from them and have a plan. And because if we don't, we'll just continue to contribute and sponsor and support their visions, their plans, because they have plans. They have plans for when they're not even going to be here anymore. So remember, you guys, plan our lives or somebody else will. That is our episode for this week. This is Mrs. Jacqueline. I'm holding you up. I would never hold you down, because what goes around comes back around. Find someone to be kind to, even if that someone is you. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you for spending this time with us. Don't forget our art event for our children, Saturday, August the 27th, from 1 to 3:30 p.m., ages from 4 to 12. All donations are appreciated. Thank you in advance.